It's gorgeous this morning. So I did stay at Gooch Shelter last night, and there was a really big crowd. There were 20 tents. There was a ridge runner that was there and counted them all, and there were some people in the shelter, but it was really good weather. Only rained a little bit, and there was enough time for it to dry before the morning when I packed up. So and I got a great night's sleep, like compared to the night before and all the mice. This was just really nice, and my earplugs were a super investment before I left. I got some custom earplugs left, and I feel like that was like one of my most important pieces of gear. And I will keep it real in that I was the first one at the shelter yesterday, so I had spent a lot of time talking to people in the afternoon, and there was a card game that started in the evening, and I ate dinner early and went in my tent and watched a movie. So I'm gonna try to be more social, because I really enjoy talking to people at the shelters, but it's also good to have some downtime. Okay, we're at Unicoi Gap, and no trail magic, but there are real bathrooms and trash. I can drop my stinky trash off. Okay, my face is a bit red. There was a big climb out of Unicoi Gap, or not that big, but it was steep. And the view was completely worth it, though. I'll have to put that out. But I wanted to say that I just met another trail runner, Tanya. The one last night was Lauren. And, and just the Georgia Trail volunteers have been all over the place. One was spending the night at shelter last night, giving good advice. Another I just passed doing trail maintenance. They are completely amazing, and I really wish that someone with a lot more followers than I have, I'm just making this for myself and my family and friends, but would go out and like do a documentary or something about all of these people that do so much to make the trail what it is for those of us who are trying to hike it. How cool is that? So I got up at 5 a.m. to climb Blood Mountain for the sunrise, and took a wrong turn in the dark, ironically on Slaughter Creek Trail, and went way down. Kept checking far out because I realized I was going down instead of up, but I had it on the view that shows the incline rather than trail, which takes a while to catch up and show you you're going the wrong way. So that the irony that it was called Slaughter Creek Trail in the dark. I actually had taken a picture of it because I thought that was so creepy. Oh well. beautiful as I go down this trail. The downhill is a little hard on my knees, but check out this view. Like, that's what I'm walking into. And Unicoi Gap is in front of me, so I know I'm about to go get some real food and a cold drink and pick up my resupply before the next camp. So it's gonna be a great day. I feel really bad that there was a guy that was lost with me down that trail and I still haven't seen him yet. And I was screaming his name when I realized that we'd gone the wrong way, but he was faster than I was, and it'll just make me feel a lot better when I see him again, know that he's all right. So that was fun. I spent about 3 hours in a vortex at mountain crossings at Unicoi Gap and got the pizza. They make a frozen, like a microwave pizza for hikers if they come through, and just really enjoyed seeing everyone while I was there, people that have been at campsites with the last couple nights. So now I'm heading up about, I don't know, only like 4 more miles today to find a campsite. So it was fun. I just had a thought about Unicoi Gap because I watched so many videos of hikers there, and it's kind of iconic in some ways about the trail. And whenever I saw all the shoes that were hanging outside in pictures, I really thought maybe that was a joke. Like, that many people didn't quit the trail, but they say 24% quit there. And over the last few days, I've started to realize I've talked to so many people that have been dreaming of hiking the whole trail for so long, and they just are bailing and feeling either unprepared or, their bodies are telling them that they can't do it for a number of reasons. And so it's just kind of sad to see that happen. But I feel really fortunate to be out here and just to have the time to do 110 miles. And I can't imagine if you had, set aside your life to spend 6 months out here and then got the first 30 miles and realized that it wasn't going to work. So yeah, it's definitely real. Because I section so much, I've hiked with hikers in North Carolina and Virginia a lot. And by the time they get there in the sections I've been doing, they're amazing. I feel like a complete imposter in terms of, the way they have their gear dialed in and their trail legs going. And I think that just being in Georgia is really humbling in terms of how many people start this trail not 100% ready to be here. So, but it was fun to be there, and I'm grateful to be here. So this is what I need now when I'm going downhill, because the downhill is the hardest for me. The uphills are usually not that bad, but downhills really hurt my knees. So the poles and the brakes are helping.